excited to get spring break started. We left the night before and drove up to Florence, South Carolina, and boondocked in a Walmart parking lot. Thank God for this store. This is my favorite place to shop, as well as sleep. Made it to Lakewood Camping Resort in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. What a great place. Plenty of room to check in. Then you head past the guard shack, and they give you great directions to your site because it's well needed. There's over 1,300 sites in this huge camping resort. We made it over to the Block 2 South, which is in a nice shady spot. We rolled into site 1114. Here's a picture of it and our view. Day 2 was a beach day. We woke up kind of late, so we walked 50 feet over to the coffee house, got some quick treats and some awesome coffee. What a great spot to have right around the corner from our site. We headed down to the beach and enjoyed probably a mile-long stretch of beach that Lakewood has. It stretches all the way from those buildings down to probably that orange building right down there. The girls, they wanted to tempt their fate. They headed out into that frigid water. It was probably upper 60s, maybe lower 70s in temperature. The ambient air temperature was maybe middle 60s that day. It's kind of chilly with the wind blowing. But you know how teenagers are. Crazy. We also were entertained by patrons of the beach, especially the little four-legged creatures. The littlest one of these two was a hoot. He wouldn't get but 2 feet from his owner unless he was being petted by some kids. They were little cuties. Also got some adult swim time in this afternoon from 1 to 2 every day. Adult swimming only. Some low country boil campsite style. Nothing like a little foil pack on a Blackstone griddle with some great company and catching up on some YouTube. Thanks to you, me, and the RV. So that's our site over there, and we have that many neighbors in this insanely large campground.
But you should also address today's check-in, check-out
It
Sunday.
is Sunday, check-in, check-out day, so we'll see how it goes, but this is Sunday morning. Yep. So here in Lakewood they have paddle boats, putt-putts, 18-hole, and a free bike rental, as well as a large, huge 5,000 square foot trading post. It's got a store, ice cream, sub shop, restaurant, and then on the other side of the trading post is a huge laundry facility, which we were took in last night.
It's 24 hours?
24 hours
Laundry
facility. And great little stop. So we just come up from the beach and the water park's open. Still a little chilly, but they leased off for it to be open. You can probably hear in the background here, they've got basketball, and shuffleboard and Boshi ball. And then there's also some cornhole and another board game over there behind the water park. So a lot of activities here. There's the shuffleboard and Boshi ball. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Playground for little kiddos. Also volleyball. And then where that young lady just walked up on stage, they have outdoor ministry here. And they have worship service certain times of the year. Imagine that's what they'll do their sunrise service for Easter coming up. Also right there is the 2 food trucks. There's a seafood truck shack and also a pizza shack. The seafood shack is open on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. And it's actually all you can eat fish, and it's only like $10, so pretty good deal. These are your oceanfront sites. They go down as far as you can see there. And like I said, this is a huge campground. And we're coming up on the indoor pool, hot tub. You can rent golf carts here. Bicycles are free to rent as well. So there's a nice little scenic walkway. There's 2 lakes here with several swimming wildlife throughout. You got big large swans and multiple species of ducks. You can fish in the lake. They do provide bait, tackle, licenses, etc. All available here at Lakewood. Huge bathhouses here at the resort. I think we counted 15 on the map. They have individual stalls throughout. I think there's about anywhere between 6 and 10 at each bathhouse. Very nice. So throughout the resort they have these rental villas. If you have family that doesn't have a camper, or you got more friends that want to come in, they do rent these out. There's, I don't know, a couple hundred of them in the resort. I'll look up the number and verify, but they're 1 bedroom up to 3 bedroom, and some of them are pretty nice. So later that afternoon, we took off down the road to the Myrtle Beach boardwalk. It runs from that pier probably 3/4 of a mile, maybe even a mile, all the way down the coastline. The Grand Strand has plenty of shopping, entertainment with arcades, rides, etc. for the kids. And then they also have a variety of restaurants to choose from. So down here at the boardwalk, they have a lot of touristy things to do. The girls are currently on the big Ferris wheel. Sorry for the wind noise. It is very windy. It's like 50 degrees here April 1st. So we ended the night at Dirty Don's Oyster Bar and Grill on the boardwalk. Great food. So day 4 brought along somebody's birthday. Oh boy, another year gone by. Today was a washout, so we took the girls out to the outlet mall to get some shopping in. So it's day 5 and the weather improves. The sun come out, got warmer, so we headed off to the water. Well, at least the girls did, but they didn't get very far. Me and Brandy hung out on the beach, sat here and caught some rays. Why are you hiding from me?
What's going on over there?
Are you hiding from the wind?
No, I think I'm on the wrong side if I'm hiding from the wind.
Yes, it's a little windy out here. Kayaker done left his kayak. It's so windy, chilly. But the sun's out. It's 63 degrees, so we're pretending like it's 90. And it's still chilly out here with the wind blowing about 15 miles an hour. There's people out here on chairs wrapped up like cocoons, but we're toughing it out.
Yeah! Yeah, alright.
So after hanging out at the beach and the pool, and then going back to the camper for some hamburgers and cheesy ranch potatoes for dinner, me and Brandy got to go out for the evening. And we're at the laundromat. This is our second visit here in the last 5 days, so we're not doing too bad. But it's very, very big. We actually used the triple loaders this evening for our laundry needs. Brand's in there fixing to throw them into the dryer. But they have, as you can see, a boatload of washing machines and dryers for all of your laundry needs here at Lakewood. So waiting can be very tiring while you're at the laundromat. I guess it's way past somebody's bedtime. So it's day 6, and we got to get it off to a good start. Nothing like red links on the Blackstone for breakfast. And some eggs go with them red links on the Blackstone. This Blackstone is so great. It cooks really fast. As you can see by these first 2 eggs, they kind of got a little done on the other side, but they were still tasty. I did wrap the Blackstone with foil because it was so windy there at the beach to help keep the flame at the right height underneath. It wouldn't be blowing around. They do make a hood for the Blackstone, which I've ordered to kind of keep the heat in when you're if you got something you want to grill in, like those foil packs we did. Would have been great to have a hood. We did get a couple of visitors shortly after breakfast. Tater wanted to check him out really good. He was begging to get off his little tie out to chase our 2 little friends that wandered up. So me and Brandy hung out at the poolside. The indoor pool had about 50 to 60 chairs out back where you could catch some rays. And the girls hung out at the beach, and then they ended up coming back and soaking up some sun next to the pool. Thursday did end up being a beautiful day. Low to mid 60s, not as breezy as the day before, but bright and sunny. Thank God for anti-glare screens. You can see all kind of animals at the campground. We had a little baby goat check in across the street. Girls fell in love with him. He's still on the bottle. So we come to eat at Creek Rats. That's where we brought the hood rats to Myrtle's Inlet, which is a kind of a cool setting. There's a lot of restaurants right here. This is the setting for Creek Rats on Myrtle's Inlet. So there's a bunch of restaurants up and down the waterway here. But this one is Creek Rats. Then there's several more. Complete 360. Great food at Creek Rats. This is grilled flounder and shrimp with some awesome hush puppies. And then that's also some great shrimp and grits in the background. Excellent place if you need a place to eat in Myrtle's Inlet. Eating outdoors also gave us some great company. That little guy up in the tree, found him a nut. We also had some birds flying around that kept us company too. So this is the Marsh View walk at night. It starts down there, and you got all these restaurants and pubs and stuff to go in. Goes all the way over to the Wicked Tuna over there. And then you got a beautiful view of Myrtle's Inlet in the marshes out here. Cool happening little place. So we left Myrtle's Inlet, headed back to Myrtle Beach for a nightcap. Boy, was this awesome. Put me right to sleep. So as you can see, our weather for today stinks. So we packed up everything last night because we knew we had some bad weather coming in this morning. And we decided to go out for breakfast. Our neighbor recommended the Golden Egg in Surfside Beach, which was only about maybe 5 or 10 minutes just down from the campground. Great place for breakfast. So it's another wet and rainy day in Myrtle Beach. We actually are scheduled to go home tomorrow. And so we did get out, went and had some breakfast. But I've noticed that when the weather's bad, the girls always end up in a store. So as you can see in the background, after we returned to Lakewood from our inclement weather shopping spree, the weather did improve. The sun did come out about probably an hour before we made the ultimate decision to head out. We had decided while we were out that since we were 75% packed to keep all our stuff dry through the rainstorm, we would go ahead and just finish packing up, secure everything, and head out of Lakewood a night early. Now, we normally don't like to travel at night, especially not when we're going to a campground. If we're going out boondocking on a travel day, that's somewhat different. It's a little bit easier, but we had decided to head back to Georgia the night early and at least drive as far as we could. If we had to boondock someplace, it'd be okay. If not, we could push all the way through and make it back to the sticks and bricks. We were just going to play it by ear. We got everything packed up. It was right at 5 o'clock when we checked out of Lakewood, and we did drive back to Florence, South Carolina, and we ate dinner, decided we were still good to go with another few hours of driving, and we actually pushed it back to the sticks and bricks and pulled in about 1:30 in the morning. So our thoughts on Lakewood? We were impressed. Very nice camping resort, great family atmosphere, tons of amenities for kids of all ages. We will definitely return in the future, especially as the weather is warmer and we can partake in all the water activities. We enjoyed the time that we did spend here in early spring. So if you're going to spend some time in Myrtle Beach, we recommend Lakewood Camping Resort. Staff was friendly, a lot of amenities, easy to get in and out of. We also would recommend Myrtle Beach in general, even if you don't stay here at Lakewood. There's plenty of things to do in Myrtle Beach. Nice little tourist town, beaches. Much improved over the last several years that we've come. Not the white sandy beaches that you may see in the Gulf of Mexico, but still, it's a very family-oriented and friendly town to come visit. If you like what you saw, give us a thumbs up, consider subscribing, hit the notification bell. As always, safe travels and awesome views.